What up, Screen Fiends? I'm GB, and you're tuned in to Headz TV, where we like to discuss all the wonderful things appearing on your movie and your TV screens. Pardon the look, pardon the voice. Uh, Still not feeling well. Was shoveling all day. We had like a blizzard today. Now I feel like I'm coming down with it. So, pardon me. So, in this episode, we're gonna give our review on 2017's Get Out, which was written and directed by Jordan Peele of Key and Peele. Alright, so when it comes to movies, I do my best to not read too many reviews, get too many opinions, watch too many trailers or clips prior to the movie coming out, because I really like to go in as fresh as possible. Of course, sometimes I can't help but look at some reviews. And as far as trailers go, I usually only try and watch, the first trailer, maybe the second. Anything after that, you're usually getting spoiled. So, with this movie, I'm going to say I had low expectations. I saw the first trailer, and I knew it was written and directed by Jordan Peele. So I was thinking it was going to be like a goofy comedy that tries to be serious, but it's really goofy and not to be taken too serious. I was pleasantly surprised going into this movie. Now, I did read a few reviews. I did, listen to a few opinions on it. So I went in with high hopes the day that I was going to see it recently, a few days ago, because of the positive feedback I was hearing. The trailers, honestly, they didn't do it for me. They were a little bit creepy, but they came across as goofy to me. And Jordan Peele, plus a goofy trailer, I just didn't think it was going to be all that great. I wasn't really in a rush to see it. But I was already at the movie theater seeing something else, and I figured I'd make it a double feature. So I went and I saw Get Out. And I'm glad I did. Yes, this movie does have a little bit of comedy to it. There is a few parts that come across as, I guess you can call it goofy, even to the point where maybe a little off-putting. But as the movie goes, those things that seemed to be a little goofy, there's not many of them, made sense. And I kind of got it more and more as the movie went. Excuse me. All the performances are great. David Kaluuya, something like that, I believe, is the main star. He was definitely the standout. The girl who played the girlfriend, I had the name written down. It's over there. I don't feel like getting up to go get it. She was also very good. And then, of course, you had Bradley Whitford, who's always great. And Catherine Keener, she's always good as well. You might know her from 40-Year-Old Virgin. She was the female lead in that movie. And I totally escapes me the name of the kid that played the son. I know I got to do better research and stuff like that when I do these reviews. I really got, not that I don't do the research, I don't sit down with the paper in front of me, so my mind goes all over. Next time, I promise you, I'll be a little bit better with the names and stuff. But the movie, basically, the premise of it is, black dude, he's dating this white girl, and he goes to a house for the weekend to meet the parents, basically. And all types of craziness ensues, involving, with not being spoilery, involving some sort of mind control, as well as like crazy surgeries, and check it out. Definitely very interesting. The goofy factor goes away very quickly, where you forget that you're watching a movie made by basically a comedian. Let's see. There's definitely some twists and turns along the way that you're going to see coming, but they're done so well that even when you're like, oh, I knew that was coming, it doesn't feel like that. You're still like, oh, yeah, I'm glad that played out the way that it did. A lot of movies, they don't give you that. When they're predictable, and then when it happens, your eyes roll, you laugh, you smirk. This wasn't really like that. The moments that I predicted in the beginning of the movie turned out to still be a good payoff, which is rare. So that goes to the writing, the directing, and the performances are what really bring it home, even though you see some of this stuff coming. Not everything. I will not say everything is predictable. There were a few genuine surprises, at least for me, in the movie. But for the most part, I don't want to call it a paint by numbers thriller. It's not really a horror. I call it more of a thriller than a horror. More suspense thriller than it is scary. But there are scary moments, and a lot of the concepts that they're dealing with are scary concepts. If you wanted me to describe it, it's similar to Stepford Wives. I wouldn't call it a remake or a carbon copy or a rip-off of that. But there are elements that if you've seen either of the Stepford Wives, the remake or the original, you'll see the comparison as the movie plays out. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. For an independent horror movie that didn't really cost much to make, but it's making a ton of money, this was a really good movie. Because the type of movie it is and where it fits in the genres, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. This movie could have went really, really wrong. It could have went down a really bad path. Now, if you don't like smaller indie movies, or if you're not a horror or a thriller fan, then maybe you take off a half a point, give it a 3.5. But if you like smaller independent movies and you like a good thriller that's not relying on, it's not torture porn, there's not gore and blood in every single step, there's no crazy monsters or demons or ghosts. This is just a really good kind of, I'm not going to say real life, but pretty close to real life suspense thriller. So, Get Out, 2017, still in the movie theaters. Definitely go check it out. It's worth the movie ticket. You will not be disappointed. Yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed it. So that's it for this video. You like this video? You want to see more? You got anything to say? Show me some love down below. You want to be part of the Screen Fiend fam? You know what to do. Share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. No matter what your comments are, the good, the bad, the ugly, I want to hear them all. Constructive criticism, unconstructive criticism, whatever you got, throw it at me. Anything to help me improve. All right, so that's it. You guys have a good night, and I will see you next time.